There we go, it's live. Hi everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. And today I wanted to come on, I'm actually live, so if you're here, say hello, and talk about real ways to make money from home. And again, I am the last person that is an alarmist or, a panicky kind of person, but we've got some differences in our economy right now. A lot of people are being forced to stay home, work from home, or have lost their jobs or have reduced hours, and it is definitely putting a strain on a lot of our income and also a lot of the ways we make money. And the reason I wanted to come live is because I feel like I have a very close connection with a lot of you guys that are my subscribers that come and watch. And especially, if you've been following me for a long time, or if you're new here and you're just getting to know me. And I was on a little side note. I was on the phone with my sister, kind of going back and forth about if I should not make a change to my channel, but make this kind of change, because almost selfishly, I'm like, my channel is doing really well, and it's almost like you don't want to look at it funny because you're worried about something messing up. But my ultimate goal is, and always has been, to help other people with their journey. And so I wanted to, I had this conversation with my sister, staying true to that. And as some of you may know, I used to do a lot more videos about different ways to make money, and I kind of veered away from it. And so now I'm going to be doing a little bit more of different ways to make money. So we'll talk about the list I've got, and the reason I wanted to come live is because you guys always have really great ideas as well. So if anyone's watching later, they can read in the live chat, or they can also read in the comments later. Give me one second, because this is something that happens sometimes whenever we're live. That you can watch later and look at the comments and see what other ideas everybody has, because I think we have such a great community that we can all help each other out. So I'm going to give you the ideas that I've got. We'll talk about the chat. We'll talk about kind of some of the changes, not huge changes you're going to see on my channel, but, well, let me just say that part since I'm already talking about that. I'm still doing thrifting videos and reselling videos and selling on eBay videos, because that is a big part of how I make money. But I also wanted to talk about some of the other ways that I make money. I know I've talked about how eBay and reselling is one piece of that puzzle, and I think now is a great time for me to start talking about what are the other pieces of that puzzle that will maybe help you guys out, because yeah, things are a little up in the air right now. Hopefully it's going to be short-lived, but it's better to be proactive than not. So hi in the chat, thank you all for being here. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go through my list real quick and talk about some of these things, and then I'll jump into the chat and we'll have more of a discussion. So while things are happening with the social distancing and possible quarantining, some of the things that might be a good way to make extra income just locally, I put on there dog walking, and I'm kind of iffy about that, but there are probably going to be people who are quarantined or who can't get out for one reason or another, that might have pets that need that assistance. So whether that's something you want to offer as a free service or something that you want to think about as a business, then that's one thing. Also lawn care, or think about things that you've got around your house that are tools that you could actually use to make money. Maybe something that you bought for yourself. Say, even something as small as a drill. Putting up a flyer at the post, not the post, we have like one of those mailboxes in our neighborhood, like, hey, anybody need like a handyman? I have a drill, I can come fix something if you need it fixed, or, I mean, even though we're supposed to be social, it's kind of tough, but I mean, I have a pressure washer. Why do I have a pressure washer? Because my dad bought a new one, and so he gave me his old one. So I'm like, okay, if push comes to shove, I've got this pressure washer, and I can go ask neighbors, like, hey, I will pressure wash your driveway for so much, like however much, I don't know what the going rate is, but I mean, if it came to that point, then those are some options. So think about what you've got on hand that could roll into something like that. So some of the online things that I have thought about, I haven't done this one yet, but we'll see what happens with everything else. And again, I'm not an alarmist, but my eBay sales have really tanked. I've had 2 sales in the last like 3 or 4 days. Not amazing. So yeah, since the weekend. So not awesome. So one of the things that I was looking at is becoming a VA, virtual assistant, and I have some let me flip over here so you can see. I have some websites pulled up. That's not it, and I thought I fixed this. Hang on, let me fix this real quick for you. Whoop. Scoot over you. So I was looking at how to become a virtual assistant, and there are a bunch of different sites online and tips for how to do this. And what was the one? Upwork was a site. Fiverr, I have a love-hate relationship with Fiverr. But anyway, I had this all set up, and as soon as I resized my thing, it really messed it up. Anyway, I'll put these links down below after the fact. But becoming a virtual assistant, because people that are selling, I know a lot of friends who sell, like say on Poshmark, they have a virtual assistant who will go and share their store or do all these things for them to help refresh their stores or things like that. So that's something to consider. Elizabeth is saying childcare is going to be a big need. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to come back to the chat in a second. I see some funny stuff and some good ideas too. So keep them coming. So another thing is, if you're not already, most of you who watch me already do this, but if you're watching and you're new, another thing is to sell things from around the house. And right now, what I'm planning on doing, my next batch of photos that I take maybe are not going to be mugs, because I have a feeling mugs might not be the biggest sellers right now. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is go through my workroom and look for things like puzzles and games, and I have a hoard of Lego because I am a hoarder. So I have a ton of Lego that I've kept. It's like your stash of gold. I don't know. I can think every reseller has something like that. But I have a bunch of Lego stuff. So there's that. And okay, I'm going to come back in the chat in just a second. Because you guys are giving some really good ideas. So selling things from around the house, looking around and seeing like something, it's a great time to downsize your home. You know, look around and see what you can, like clothes you don't wear anymore or things like that. I think things to keep kids entertained would be great. And then, so this area is one that I'm definitely going to be making some more videos on, and that is print on demand. And I know some of you have a love-hate relationship with it, and you're either you're interested, or you're just like, no, I don't want to hear anything about print on demand. But truly, it is one of the areas that I'm so grateful that I threw so much attention at earlier on, you know, because I'm still, even though I haven't put up any new designs probably since the summer, I'm still bringing in about, you know, I think last month was like $225. This month already, it's at about $125. And the more attention you throw at it, the better it'll be. So I'm super grateful that that is one piece of my income puzzle that I'm able to pick back up. So that being said, you're going to probably see a few more videos on, you know, how to get that set up for print on demand. I'm probably going to focus on Merch by Amazon and Etsy and Printful, because those are the two that are the most profitable for me. And so that way, they're just ones that I'm the most comfortable with, and that I think you could be too. So it's definitely, I'm going to come back to the chat. You guys are giving some really good ideas. So, and then I've seen things for online tutors and all of that. And then this is another, I mean, some of these are quicker money makers than others. And, but if you take the time to get it set up now, it will grow. And another, this is why I had my YouTube channel up here. This is a really good time if you've been on the fence about creating a YouTube channel to do it. People are at home, they're watching stuff. They're looking for ideas. They're looking for videos. They're looking for, and the reason I put this up right on this part, this is my YouTube channel, and I have these videos listed or sorted from the most popular to the least popular. And if you'll notice, my #1 most popular video has nothing to do with reselling. It's about how to dry figs. And my 4th most popular video is me reading The Velveteen Rabbit. So that's just goes to show you that you can make YouTube videos about anything and you can make money at it. And they don't have to be amazing. They don't have to be, I mean, okay, so here's my homeschool channel. My #1 most popular video on my homeschool channel is the Marfa Lights, and it's horrible grainy footage. And the people in the comment section tell me how horrible it is, but they watch it anyway. So, and then my 3rd most popular video there is about how to make ham and beans in the crock pot or the Instapot. So you can make videos about anything. How to how to sanitize your phone when you get back from the grocery store, how to make sure, I mean, just anything in the world. And it will take time to, you know, get monetized, but you've got to start somewhere. And some people are way faster at it than I am. I'm in a slow grower, you know, but I've made it finally this far. My homeschool channel took a little bit longer because the rules changed. But like I said, we're such a big community of resellers here that we could easily come and support each other and get each other up to because you have to have 1,000 subscribers, you know, and I think 4,000 hours of watch time. So it's a huge chunk for watch time. But if you hit on something like this Marfa video that randomly started getting a lot of attention, all of a sudden I was monetized within a very short amount of time. Once something hits in the news and people are talking about, it was Dan Aykroyd. But anyway, Dan Aykroyd was talking about the Marfa Lights on Joe Rogan's podcast, and all of a sudden everybody's looking for Marfa Lights on YouTube, and my video went bananas. So you just never know. So the best course of action is to be doing something. I mean, you could be sitting on the couch moaning and be like, oh, what am I going to do? Or just start throwing things at the wall and just get started on stuff. And I didn't mean to make mean voice, so I'm not mocking anybody, but do it. Just start. Okay, so those are my ideas. And oh wait, I had one other over here. I forgot to show you. So, okay, and I'm going to put all these links that I have here. And another thing is, it's called Teachers Pay Teachers. Let me see if I can scooch this down. Teachers Pay Teachers is a site. You don't have to be a teacher to be on there. And basically what it is if you create anything, a worksheet, a game, or anything, if you're going to create something for your kids to do, a coloring page, or you can put it on Teachers Pay Teachers, put $1 on it, you know, and it's instant download. People can. So, I mean, some of the things that I have sold on there, like calendar pieces that teachers would use in their classroom. So I have some for February, for March, for April, you know, like, and so every February, you know, I've got a bunch of teachers downloading my Valentine ones or downloading my Shamrock ones. So, I mean, just stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to go look in the chat now. So if you're watching, but you will be seeing some more videos about merch by Amazon, print on demand stuff. And again, I was hesitating doing it because I know so many of my new subscribers are not here for that. And I know that, you know, I worried that it was going to affect my channel. But ultimately, I want, you know, if anybody else is having some issues or really needing that kind of help, then I want to be able to put that help out there. And so anyway. Okay, so hi in the chat. Let me come down and see. Michelle bought one of my mystery boxes and she loved it. Yay, I'm so glad. If you want mystery boxes of jewelry, I have a plethora that I'm selling, so just let me know. Send me an email. And Christine says, spring cleaning, going through stuff at home, selling stuff you don't use. Pardon me. Tanya says, pressure wash the driveway for 8-pack of toilet paper. We went to the grocery store today to try to get toilet paper, and it was sold out. So, Christine says, oddly, what's selling for me right now is books. Yeah, I think, people, they're home. They're going to be home with their kids. They're going to need stuff for them, their kids, things to do. So definitely. Here's another idea. I just thought of this. Like, how there are those science kits that are really super popular for kids? What's one of them called? Like, now I can't think of what they're called. But they have all these sciencey activities. So putting together something like that, where it's just like a Ziploc bag that has the instructions and then the things you would need, like cotton balls or whatever for the activity it is, and having them pre-made that people could buy, and then, this is a really good idea. Jot that down, because you can come up with that for art. It's like a pre-created bag full of art stuff, and then the instructions for the science activity or the art activity right there, that can be purchased and shipped out to whoever it is that needs a little kit of art or science or whatever supplies. That's a really good idea. I like it. So Mary says, just sold a pair of Christmas candle holders and a recipe box. Oh, cool. Nice. Board games, pieces, puzzles, video games, books would sell, is what Elizabeth says. Thank you so much for the nice compliment. And so other Poshmark sellers use virtual assistants. Joanna says, yeah. Grocery stores are hiring. Totally. Grocery stores. I think Amazon was hiring. A lot of places that are needing stalkers in the night. And I think some of the delivery drivers are still, there might be more of that needed, like Uber Eats or DoorDash, things like that, because some people maybe can't get out to go drive through, because a lot of restaurants are closed inside, but maybe they can't even get out to go to the drive-through, and so they might need more drivers for things like that. And I know there's another, it's like an errand type one. I don't remember what it's called. So, oh, my chat just jumped. And thank you guys for all the wonderful tips and things. And I did want to say, if you see any haul videos from me in the coming weeks, I have a bunch of stuff here. I had a comment on that yesterday on my video, like, I'm not going to thrift stores. Like, I'm not going to thrift stores anywhere either right now. But, yeah, I have a ton of stuff that I still haven't shown you yet. So, yeah, I'm being safe. So, Anne says, thrift stores in my area are still open but deserted. You've been sourcing. So, yeah, I mean, that might be a good, if you're still willing to go get out, no judgment for me. But definitely, yeah. Jewelry lots for crafting. That's a really good idea, too. Yeah. Anne's saying she's refreshing all her games and puzzles and craft items by lowering prices. You immediately sold a few things. Oh, that's a good idea. Christine says FBA is no longer taking toys, books, CDs. Those are probably good things to list on eBay right now. Yeah, like audiobooks too. Workbook lots, Elizabeth says, for different grade levels might sell. Dawn says, I'd like to know more about print on demand. Yeah, it's definitely something that I think would be good to get into, because I've still been selling shirts. So even though some of my eBay sales have slipped off the other day, and I sell 2 or 3 shirts a day, and then I'll have a couple 0 days, but then just the other day I sold 6 shirts. So I think maybe that's another thing, that because they're print on demand, maybe people aren't worried about it's being touched by all these humans. I don't even know. But we'll get on that, yeah. Coffee mugs on Etsy have been good for Sherry. And Michelle says, do you wash everything before taking photos or sending it out, or should the buyer realize it's vintage and they might need to clean it up? I don't wash, well, I don't sell a lot of clothes to start with, but I have Clorox wipes or a damp cloth that I wipe things down with, and frequently on my listings, not always, but I'll put something like lightly cleaned, or if it's a baby item like a Lovey's, frequently I'll say, wash before use or something like that. Yeah. Michelle's asking, do I have a video on how to start a YouTube channel? I don't think I do. I have so many videos, but yeah. Let's see. Looking. Cherie asks, I would love more tips about how to get more followers on YouTube. I watch Brian G. Johnson is somebody I like to watch a lot. He's pretty good about giving realistic tips. What's the other guy? Tim Schmoyer. His tips are pretty. I'm trying to think. I think his channel might be called Content Video Creators. That might be his channel's name. I can't remember. But if you look Tim Schmoyer, you'll find him. Those are ones that I like to watch mostly. Okay, so my chat jumped again. So let's see. Michelle says I have some vintage framed oil paintings, tiny stain on fabric matting. Oh yeah, I don't know how to clean that kind of stuff. Maybe yeah, I would say if you let the buyer, I don't know. Brigitte says, anyone having problems with customers returning items on Etsy for no good reason? How do you handle this? If they return it, then they return it. I mean, honestly, and I've thought about that. I'm like, it might be something, especially with people getting really worried about money, that they look at some of the things that they might have purchased recently and decided that it maybe wasn't a wise purchase and need to return it because they need their cash to be on hand for something that's a necessity. And so if that happens, personally, if people have bought something and need to return it because they realize, oh, I just got laid off, I need to buy diapers, then I'm like, well, or whatever they might need to buy. If they're at that point where they feel like they have to return it because of what's going on, then as the seller, I still want to maintain a good customer service, as much as it hurts me. But what else can I do? Of course, return it and let them refund them their stuff. They'll have my product back. I'll be able to sell it again eventually. But I can't deny that other people have needs as well, So that Elvis is asking, how's my eBay business? It's super slow. So, and I've been listing a lot. I have a few more pictures that I haven't listed yet that I have taken. And then over this weekend, I'm going to be focusing on taking pictures of toys and games and books and whatever puzzles, things like that, so that I can. Hi, Jenna King. Thank you so much for being here. Sherry says, I'd like to learn how to do YouTube, but you're technically challenged. Yeah. Right. Nola says, I've had that on eBay recently, people buying it now, then having remorse and asking me to cancel their purchase. Yeah, and it's easy and it's hard. I don't want to say this is with no judgment at all, because I get it. We're all going through hard times, but so are they. And we don't know what's happening in their world either. So, I've been hearing more and more about people losing their jobs. A family friend, was a vet tech and just lost their job. So just people left and right are out of work or losing their jobs. And so maybe if they paid for something, some earrings, that suddenly they realize, I can't afford to spend $30 on a pair of earrings right now. I need to return these, or I need to cancel this order. I can't. I gotta buy formula for my baby, and I just lost my job. And I know I'm putting scenarios out there, but these are real things that are happening right now. So it's something else to think about. Compassion, even though it might hurt over here on the other end. But Sherry says, I would like to do box lots on Etsy or eBay. Well, I guess it depends on what's in the box, in the lot, in the stuff. But I'm sure some people would be interested. So, my chat again. It totally keeps happening. Dawn Joy says, my favorite thing as a child was a Ziploc bag full of puzzle pieces, coloring books, pencils, kept you occupied for hours. Yeah. Christine says, shipped and similar services might need, people. Oh, thanks, Tom. I'm so glad. Death, yeah, and Christine, wait, was it Christine? No, Nola says, hit the death pile, time to photograph and organize. Yeah, and I definitely have a giant one, and I have a lot of jewelry that I need to list. So, yeah, that's something Okay, Bolo Buddy says, I've been selling a lot of jewelry making items and toys. So, yeah. Karen asks, Margaret, what percentage of purchases are returned? I really don't get that many. In the last, I would say 9 months, I maybe have had 3 returns. I don't cancel my order because that happens every other month. Maybe I have somebody say, I need to cancel this, but I don't really count that because it happens. I did it again. Hello, Houston. Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Yorkshire, England, and Denmark. And let's see. And there's chat about that. I'm looking to see if schools are closing. Our schools here, the governor has ordered our schools to be closed till April 3rd. Our district had already done that. I homeschool, so these are not really, that doesn't really affect me, but my sister will probably be coming here off and on and homeschooling her son here with us. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, Thrift Fix is tough with the stores being closed. Heather says, someone bought a $600 necklace a couple days ago and today nothing. Yeah. Chop busy says, my wife has been told not to come back to work for 3 months, no pay. Yeah, I mean it's happening a lot. So things are probably going to slow down realistically. So again, tomorrow will likely be a video about Merch by Amazon and just getting set up. And then a site that you can use, because I'll say this very seriously, that I am not a designer. I have a bunch of videos of me designing on the fly to prove it, but even just the basic things can sell. And there's a site that I like to use, and it is a paid site, but it has more than been worth it in the long run, because it is like all inclusive. It has everything you need. It's super user friendly. It's make merch art. So I'll show you that too. And yeah. So I'm looking to see if there were any other. Jason says crime is definitely going to be on the rise. Well, that's a possibility. I mean, people get desperate, and it's unfortunate that we don't always have the resources that we need to take care of everybody. So, okay. So if you're watching now or you're watching later, then please leave a comment and let us know other ways that you've heard or seen or ideas you've got for ways that people can make money for real, not like scammy, like take these surveys or that kind of stuff. But, and just to know, I'm still going to be making thrifting and eBay videos. I still have some footage from going to thrift stores that I will put up that are not recent. So if you see me put up a video that is me at the bins or at a thrift store, I think I even have one from an estate sale that I haven't shared yet. But it's not anything recent. It's from before. So I still have videos about that. I still have a bunch of jewelry stuff. I can do jewelry videos. But I am going to start doing some more print-on-demand stuff for those of you who are looking to do that, because maybe we can't get out to the thrift stores, or maybe eBay is slowing down. You got to find another way to make money. And it is definitely a good way to bring in some income. And if you start now, then when things really pick up in the Q4, fingers crossed, you'll be really, really on your way. Oh, Heather really says, hey, now surveys have made me a lot of money before eBaying. Okay, sorry. I guess yeah. How would you use I don't know about that. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't, if you've thought about creating YouTube videos, this might be a good time. I'm going to be making more videos for my homeschool channel as well. just because it's, I mean, the more I can try to generate revenue and the more I can share, because I can't do as much with thrifting. I can't do as much with, eBay is, so the more I can try to, and you may or may not know this, is that I'm a single mom. So I've got to stay on top of the income. And if eBay tanks, that's about $800 a month for me. I try, my goal on eBay and Etsy, all the resale sites, I try to make $200 a week. Sometimes I get $800 a month, sometimes it's $1,000 a month, but that's a huge hit if my sales tank and I'm only making $20 a week, which so far this week, well, it's a little more than that because I had 2 sales. One of them was a pretty good sale, thank goodness, but who knows what next week brings. And if it's $20, then I really have to think about other ways to supplement the income because we have to pay our bills still, right? They're not waiving that. So, yeah. Lynette says, Goodwill's around here, cleaning all the jewelry, sanitizing everything in the store. They're doing a good job. Oh, good, good, good. I'm probably going to be staying home. Hang on one second, sugar. My mother might be coming in a few weeks to stay here with us. And so with her being on the older, wouldn't dare call my mother old, but with her being older than me, it would not be advised for me to go out thrifting and go out possibly because they say that you can carry and not always show signs and you can still spread it and all that. So anyway, oh yeah. Cherie says, yeah, I didn't know you were divorced. Yes, it happened. And jokingly I said just in time because now I'm quarantined. Not quarantined, but home. So yeah. So yeah, that's and so for example, like when I was showing you my, just off topic, because I know some of you are maybe interested in creating YouTube videos. So like my 4th video here, that is me reading The Velveteen Rabbit. The reason that I was able to do that and monetize it is because it's in the public domain. So just like images, if you're doing print on demand, lots of stories. I think it's 1920. It has to be maybe 100. I have to look and see. But because The Velveteen Rabbit was in the public domain, I was able to read it and monetize that video. So I could easily go and read some other books I'd probably put them on my homeschool channel and not this one. But that would be another way for me to start generating some more revenue by putting up videos like that. Yeah. Let's see. I'm missing something. Yeah. So, but then as you can see, like, I mean, I've made videos about telling if a pen if it's a real Mont Blanc pen. So like I said, you can make videos about anything. When my kids were still in public school and I had to go use this, it was a machine for spiral binding. You like punching holes in paper and like putting a spiral, and the teacher had asked me to go like spiral bind these papers. And I got to the machine and we're just like, all right. So I looked it up on YouTube, and sure enough, there was somebody using the exact model that I needed and had made a video showing how to use this spiral binding machine. So there's people that are looking for stuff for everything out there. So maybe a video, what to do if you run out of toilet paper. Ways to, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. One-on-one coaching. Yeah, that's something. Tanya says, again, I'm a drug and alcohol recovery coach. Just found out that I may have to stay home. What do you think YouTube coaching? It's definitely, I mean, there's an online counseling service now. I mean, and I've seen a lot of my friends, their kids are doing their taekwondo lessons virtually, and they're doing their piano lessons virtually. So maybe offering services as a virtual teacher if you have a skill. So that's definitely something to think about. So yeah, I'm wanting to make sure that the channel is going in that kind of direction where I'm realistically showing you what's going on in my world, because I could continue to show videos about thrifting and reselling, but then when I share my sales videos, it might be like, wah, wah. Well, how am I paying my bills then? So let's talk about what's really happening and what's really gonna work and make money, bring in money. So I'm still listing, I'm still selling on eBay, still gonna make those videos, but we'll also be sprinkling in some other stuff. And if you guys think of anything else that might help you guys, that would help you, then let me know, because I will help that. Anyone have any good meditation site for stress and anxiety? One of the things that helped my kids, and which I thought was a little bit strange at first, but I've become a believer, is ASMR. So you might look up some ASMR videos, because one of my kids was having, some anxiety stuff and was having trouble falling asleep. And I put on an ASMR video by Gigi ASMR. Her name is Gigi. Gigi? Yeah. She's a really cute little girl. And she starts her videos like that or something like that. Anyway, he was out like that. Just was like, okay, we have a winner. So definitely something to think about. Some ASMR. Okay, you guys. I'm going to call this. Thank you for being here. I see we have 150 friends watching. Go hit the like button. And oh, absolutely. Robin says, I'd like to see a video where you show how you store your inventory and system for finding things. I will do that. I mean, my room is a mess right now, but I can still find my stuff because I do have it labeled, the things that are listed. But I can definitely do that. So, Louisa Hay on YouTube. Louisa Hay is a good one, yeah. She's a good one. Thank you so much, Patricia. Okay, I feel like I'm forgetting telling you something. That's why I'm like hesitating to hang up. Because I feel like I'm forgetting something. I can't remember now. But I hate it. Don't you hate that? When you feel like you're just like, no, I know I'm forgetting. And I have a list over here and everything. No, I've said it. It would probably just be me. Start a garden. That's another thing. We're starting our spring garden, and we're trying to plant a little bit more than we did last year. So we got all of our herb seeds and tomatoes and all that stuff. So, and not only is it therapeutic, you will be grateful in the coming months for the fresh fruit and veg. All right, stay safe out there and take care of yourselves. Big hugs, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for coming to hang out, everybody. Bye. Where's my button?